Okay, so originally for today's video, I was going to get a team of players that had 99 overall 3-point and then 25 overall for every other stat. Now, when I did this, it did not work out at all. These guys could not win a single game. So instead, I thought we would do the same thing, but with the best three-pointers in today's NBA. We're going to be taking the best three-pointers in today's NBA, making them only shoot threes for an entire season, and seeing if they can win an NBA championship. If you guys are new here, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel, or else you'll get 13 years of bad luck. All right, so in order to make this team, I wanted to make it kind of like an actual NBA team where we have people at every single position, because if we just got the best three-point shooters, it's mostly going to be point guards and shooting guards, and that's not going to work out well because point guards are not going to be able to cover centers during the season. So what I've actually done is taken the three best players at shooting threes in each position. And for the position, if they were a shooting guard slash small forward, they can move up to small forward or down to shooting guard, whichever actually ended up working out best for our team. But let's just go over our team right now. So at point guard, we got Stephen Curry. He has a 99-3. Jamal Murray is going to be our backup. And then we also have Seth Curry, who has an 88-3. Then moving on to our shooting guards, we got Buddy Hield with a 93-point. JJ Redick with a 93-pointer, and then Danny Green also has a 93-pointer. So all three of these guys with around the same three, which is pretty interesting. Then moving on to small forward, we got Klay Thompson. Of course, he's going to be playing small forward when he comes back. You got D'Angelo Russell and Stephen Curry, so he actually has to move down a position, and he has a 95 three-pointer in NBA 2K. Then we got Joe Harris, who has a 94 three-pointer, and Dwayne Bacon, who has an 87 three-point. Moving on to our power forwards now. Starting off, we got Gallinari with an 87 three-point. We got Bogdanovich with an 89 three-point. And we got Davis Bertans with an 86 three-pointer. And then finally, moving on to our centers, we got Karl Anthony Towns with an 84 three-pointer, Porzingis with an 84, and Myers Leonard with an 88 three-point rating. So that is going to be our team in today's video. Now, the third string players probably won't be playing during the season. So Seth Curry, and Danny Green, and Dwayne Bacon, and Bertans, and Myers Leonard. Even though they do have the best three-pointer, they probably won't be playing much because their overall is lower. And then what we've also done is gone over to tendencies here and turned down all of the tendencies other than three-pointers. That way, we can see how these guys would do if they could only take three-point shots. We also got our own custom jerseys for the team. We got that 3 on the jerseys. These jerseys are actually looking pretty nice. And then we've also designed our own arena for the squad. So we're looking like a real team right here. Let's see how these guys can do. All right, we made it to the end of the season. Giannis ends up getting MVP. No surprise right there. He wins it like every time inside of 2K20. Ja Morant, Rookie of the Year. Sixth man goes to Marcus Cousins. Giannis also getting Defensive Player of the Year. Fred VanVleet gets Most Improved. And then Glenn Cage, who's going to be the coach of our three-point shooters, ends up getting Coach of the Year. And they get 62 wins on the season. So a really good season here for our three-point shooters. We got nobody on the first or second team and nobody on the third team either. So that's kind of surprising. I thought we would have had some guys make these all NBA teams. Of course, we do get that first seed in the East. I want to see if anybody was even close. So 58 wins for the 76ers. Bucks, Nets, and Raptors all had over 50 wins as well. So teams doing pretty good this season. And then in the West, the Lakers also with 62 wins. So our team should be able to win the East. Winning the West might be a little difficult, though. And next, I want to go over to season stats here. Go over to our player stats. So Stephen Curry gonna be our leader for points per game. 19.5. It's nothing crazy, but when you have these teams of stacked players, it's hard for some players to score a bunch of points. None of our third strings ended up playing this season. Literally at each position, none of them played. It was only our first two. It's like the top 10 three-point shooters. So come over here and compare our field goals attempted to three-pointers attempted. It does look like they pretty much only shot threes throughout the season. They did shoot a few other shots, but in 2K, if the shot clock's running down and someone's not on the 3-point line, they'll just put up like a 1-point shot or something like that. But in general, they pretty much only shot threes. Stephen Curry shot 45.8%. Joe Harris shooting amazing. All our players doing very well. 3-pointers attempted. Clay actually attempted the most. And it was Stephen Curry. Karl Anthony Towns put up 11 per game as well. And then a lot of our players actually going up in overall. Steph Curry's at a 96. Clay's at a 91. I believe Karl Anthony Towns went up 1 overall as well. So we got some player improvement here. Buddy Hield somehow goes down in overall. He did shoot very well from the 3-point line, though. And then I also want to come over here to our team stats to see how he did compared to other teams. So our team is going to score the most points per game by about 7.3. So they did a lot better than anybody else, scoring 130 points per game. But then they also allowed the most points per game. So our 3-point shooters are great on offense, but not that good on defense. 3-pointers made per game was over double of any other team. And this is where they got most of their points. I mean, 36 3-pointers per game. That's going to give them about 110 points per game. So they scored 130 per game. So about 20 of their points per game were not 3-pointers. But, I mean, most of them were. Of course, 3-point percentage is going to be at the top. Free throw percentage is at the top as well. Usually guys that can shoot the 3 can also get free throws in pretty easily. Rebounds per game, they actually did not do too bad. 7th in the league. I mean, you got some centers. That's why I did that. We got an all-around team. Assists per game, I thought this would have been near the top, but I guess our guys aren't really passing. They're just putting up shots. So that's kind of interesting. Steals per game is at the bottom, and blocks per game is at the bottom as well. So defense, definitely the worst in the league, but we got the best offense in the league. So checking out our all-star teams, on Team Giannis, we got Stephen Curry, and he's going to be our only player that ended up making it to the all-star team. And then in our 3-point contest, we got Stephen Curry, Bogdanovich, Jamal Murray, Buddy Hield, all in the 3-point contest. And then Damian Lillard and James Harden, who aren't on our team, also made it. Unfortunately, I don't know why you just can't check. You can't check who actually won the 3-point contest. I'm assuming it's one of our players because they're all great and the odds are one of them won, but I'm not completely sure. So now we're just going to hop into the playoffs and see if this team of the best 3-point shooters can win an NBA championship only shooting threes. Starting off, we got the Detroit Pistons in the first round, and the Pistons actually take game number 1. There we go, 3-point shooters tied up 1-1, 2-1 now for the 3-point shooters. 3-1 lead for the 3-point shooters. And can they move on right here? And they do. A nice little 4-1 victory. So not too tough for them at all. Dropping 1 game in the first round. Got a little harder competition up against the Brooklyn Nets in the second round. And let's see what they can do against the Nets. It's all tied up 1-1. 2-1 now for the 3-point shooters. And the Nets tied up. And the 3-point shooters up 3-2 now. Let's see if they can win it. But we're going to a game number 7. And in game number 7, the 3-point shooters up by 2 points with 40 seconds left in the game. They do have the home court advantage here. Let's see if they can win this. I mean, they need to if they want to move on in the NBA. The Nets, of course, they can shoot normal shots. It's just our 3-point shooters can only shoot threes. Durant from 3. It's no good. And Cat with the rebound, and Kyrie is going to foul Stephen Curry. They got a foul right here. Shot clock is off. All right, here we go. 3-point shooters. That was kind of weird. They didn't even show them inbounding it, but Durant got a foul, Buddy Hield. So we're not going to get to see them shoot a 3-pointer this game. They're just going to be putting up the free throws at the end right here. Let's see what the Nets can do. Down by 4. All right, Nets, they need to score right here if they want to end up with a chance to win this game. And let's see who's going to get the ball, who's going to take this shot. We got Kyrie with the ball coming inside, and a perfect release. Unfortunately, though, our three-point shooters are not going to be missing free throws, especially Stephen Curry. Here we go, Stephen Curry. First free throw. Of course, that's good to go. And can he hit the second one? Yep, that is good as well. The Nets need a 3 right now. They also have no more timeouts. So they got to get down the court real quick. Kyrie with the ball. What are you doing? You got to put up a shot. Kyrie from 3. And it is good to go. Kyrie with the clutch 3. Now they got a foul. Buddy Hield. And if he hits both these, they're going to have a 3-point lead. He hits his first shot. Gives them a 2-point lead. He needs to hit the second one. That is good. And the Nets have 3 seconds to get down the court and score. Kyrie from half court. And it is no good. Our 3-point shooters survive by 3 points. And they're moving on to the conference final. That was a lot closer than I was expecting it to be. So barely moving on right there. And the 76ers got a 4-0 sweep against the Bucks. Let's see how our 3-point shooters do against the 76ers. 76ers, it's all tied up. 76ers taking a 2-1 lead. 3-point shooters tying it up yet again. 3-point shooters with a 3-2 lead. And the 3-point shooters defeating the 76ers 4-2. And they're going to be facing off against the Houston Rockets in the NBA Finals. The Lakers not making it to the NBA Finals. That is super weird. That is normally what we see. I don't know how the Spurs ended up getting the upset against the Lakers. But we usually see Lakers and Rockets in the conference finals there. We do face off against the Rockets in the NBA Finals. The Rockets take a 2-0 lead. There we go. 3-point shooters finally getting a game. Rockets with a 3-1 lead now. And we're going to hop into Simcast right here. See if the 3-point shooters can pull out another game. They got a decent lead right now. Starting to pull ahead in this fourth quarter. And our 3-point shooters are going to get another game right there. So we're going to a game number 6. Let's see if our 3-point shooters can clutch up right here. And the Rockets have a 20-point lead in the third quarter. The fourth quarter, the Rockets with a huge lead. And the Houston Rockets are going to be our NBA champions. James Harden gets Finals MVP, 34 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 9.2 assists. So unfortunately, our 3-point shooter is not able to win a championship. They were so close. They make the NBA Finals, but I think it had to have just been that 3-point shooting. I mean, if we check out the box score, our guys were putting up a ton of threes. I mean, they were hitting pretty consistently. I just don't think they were shooting quite enough. Some of our guys not shooting the best percentages. They end up shooting 32 for 84, so they could have shot a little bit better. And I guess, only being able to put up threes really did not help them too much right there. Going over our playoff stats, Stephen Curry, the lead scorer yet again. Porzingis right behind him. And they're still putting up the most points per game in the playoff, but they also allowed the 4th most amount of points, and they made it all the way through the NBA Finals. Their defense was just not good enough. I mean, some of the best 3-point shooters aren't the greatest defenders, and it really showed in the playoffs. They were not able to win a championship. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure that you do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop. No, 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 no. I won't stop.